Good evening, folks. Welcome to yet another episode of the exciting, the always interesting, and never dull Smuggler's Blues. Star Wars actual play stream based on the Redemption podcast that was unofficially or officially, depending on who you talk to, the longest running Star Wars actual play up until February of this year. I'm Michael. I'll be playing the character of Tazi tonight. We also have with us Kaylee. Kaylee?
This is Kaylee, and I'm going to be playing the Jedi on the Run, Karrell, who's finding herself in a very uncomfortable position that has nothing to do with a Volkswagen tonight. But we're going to see what happens. Michael, who else is on the team tonight?
Well, basically keeping us all under control and corralled and
Wait,
perfectly behaved.
What?
Our lovely GM, Chris. Chris.
Fuck that.
Hello, everybody. Like you said, I'm Chris. I'm the GM. I also get to be R3A1, 11D4, and several other voices. So I'm excited for tonight. Do you want to talk about the other thing first, Kaylee, or you want to do that later?
I mean, we could do our thing now.
You know what? Let's go ahead. Pimp your
My
things,
projects.
Kaylee.
My projects. Okay, yeah. So for those of you who are listening and are watching, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, that's okay, because Twitter's a dumpster fire hellhole right now. But I'm also on Blue Sky, so you can follow me there. I am doing a contest for a 3D printing filament company called Polymaker, where I made a video, and the more likes it gets, the more free filament I win for my 3D printer. I linked it in my Twitter just before the game started, so if you want to go check it out, Anime Girl on Twitter, click on the link. All you have to do is click on the link, load up the video on TikTok, and like it. That's it. The more likes I get, we hit the first level, and I think it's 50 likes is the next level. If we get ridiculous amounts of likes, like 200 likes, then I'm just going to fall over unconscious, and I don't know. I'll sing a song live on stream. That next stream, I will sing something.
No.
I didn't say you do.
You're supposed to be rewarding people.
Well, they get to see how horrible it is.
Yay.
Okay.
Kevin says no sound issues. Yay.
Yay, that's very good. Cool. That would be me. I rolled fine. The reason that I'm kind of asking for help with this, please, thank you, is I've also started a 3D printing business. I've been really into 3D printing for the past year at this point, and I've decided that instead of giving all this stuff away and just constantly losing money, I'd try and sell a little bit of it. And I don't know if you can see this, but Rainbow Dragon Prints is the company, rainbowdragonprints.com, which leads to my Etsy store. I also have a TikTok store now, so that's a thing, where I'm selling 3D printed toys, dice towers, stuff like that. So you can check that out. I don't expect anybody to buy anything, but I will be vending at a Catacon later this year in November. So you can find me at a vendor table at a Catacon if you want to see all the cool little toys and, maybe a velociraptor or two. So that's all I've got. Chris, do you have anything going on that you want to talk about?
I'll be at a Catacon too. I'll be at the front desk running some games, at the bar, having libations and talking with people. My plans. Nothing new. See me this Wednesday on detention. If you want to come hang out, you could throw some comments at us and some questions.
Michael,
How about you, Michael?
Yeah,
what do you got going
don't you have something going on Thursday with somebody who's really forgetful?
You know what? I'm going to save mine for the end.
We're going to keep people waiting. You're going to be in suspense at this point.
Keep you in suspense.
All right. Well, I guess we could play a game then.
All right.
You roll a Destiny pool?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Woo-hoo, one dark side.
One dark side.
One dark side.
Yay.
Yay. I'm so happy about this. I could cry.
Dark side. So when we last left off, the crew is at the old Heels and Wheels bar on Zeltros. Our illustrious captain had found himself a new outfit and some wheelies and had been thrust onto the dance floor by a gentleman who offered to help. Threw him right into Captain Sultry, who asked him, "Where did you come from?" And what was Tazi's response? Do you remember?
I believe it was something like your fantasies,
It was. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. You have to, your goal is to get her to open up these serial profits so you guys can steal that ship and off with its cargo.
Captain Sultry was our target in this
Mm-hmm.
dance club infiltration.
Yes. A Rhodian. Everybody was dancing. So
So I believe we're still dancing.
Mhm. Yep.
All right. Would you like me to make a check for said dancing, Chris?
well, actually, let's back it up. She's in your arms.
No, that's part of the dancing.
Oh,
Yeah. You just said your fantasies, and she smiles and flicks your nose with her finger.
Where my nose would be.
Yeah, close enough. And just smiles. Oh, aren't you the confident one?
I just know what I want, and I know what you want. So why don't we just cut to the chase?
Perhaps all a good time. Let's see how your stamina holds out. She puts her feet underneath her and spins herself out from your arms. Smiles and holds her hand out and pulls you on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
you roll after her?
That's a good question. You have your little wheelies. How does Tazi approach her on the dance floor?
I think Tazi like uses Tazi pops the wheelies back in and slowly follows her out.
Okay.
Almost as though he is nonchalantly following her.
All right. What is Karrell doing while this is all going on?
I believe Karrell was hanging on the arm of the gentleman who introduced us.
Okay.
So she is watching at this point and very subtly propping Tazi up with the force. With battle meditation.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Tazi, let's see. Are you going? I mean, I think you could make a good coordination roll for dancing.
All right.
Or are you just going to try to charm her with your silvery tongue?
I think we're gonna try a coordination roll. Tazi's pretty agile.
All right. I mean, there's plenty of people on the dance floor. Dancing's not really all that complicated. So just make it an average check, but it's, like I said, it's pretty crowded. So throw in a black die for the crowd.
Okay. So 2 purples and a black.
Yep.
Rolling against 1 yellow and 5 greens. One, two. Well, that's great. That's 2 successes and 3 advantages. 2 successes, 3 advantages.
So what's it look? I mean, what's Tazi's main dance move?
So I think what this ends up being is with the coordination is that Tazi kind of slow walks out to where Sultry is, and after just a moment or two of like watching Sultry dance, like starts to pick up her steps. So he is in effect letting her lead. They're not necessarily dancing hand in hand, but he's following her movements to kind of just get whatever the vibe of the dance or the maybe not even the technical side of the dance, but just feeling how she is moving.
Okay. She's a good dancer. She's moving around. She's leading you in directions that she wants to go. She's moving around in between people. This is not her first time on a dance floor.
And I think we're gonna make this could be a funny use for this, but I'd like to make a leadership check.
Okay.
To kind of
I mean, you
take
are leading.
control. no, I was letting her lead, but to take control as it would take control as you would on the dance floor, right? And use that leadership kind of aura, that kind of ability that Tazi has to really kind of put himself in the command seat.
Okay. So you can make a leadership. Let's say it's probably against her discipline. So go 2 reds and a purple.
Oh boy. I'd like to spend. We don't have any force points.
We have dark side ones. Feel free.
No, thank you.
No, I don't think I'm going to put myself in that position right now, Chris.
Yep.
You said 2 purples and a red.
2 reds and a purple.
You sure you didn't say 2 purples and a red?
Yep.
I'm just making sure. All right, here we go. Let me just make sure I don't have any feats I can use real quick that involve leadership, because that
we got 2 feet. I mean,
looking for leadership. Not necessarily seeing anything that jumps out at me here. Sorry about the mess. That's for later.
Oh, jeez. Gotta clean up somehow.
Well, let's see.
Clean up aisle 2.
Here we go. Wow, that was amazingly beneficial. That's I rolled no threat, no failures.
Well done.
5 successes and 3 threats.
Okay.
And I like to think the threats are probably other suitors, other people on the dance floor that are trying to cut in.
Mm-hmm.
And and kind of just, again, as Tazi's trying to take control of this, trying to just cut in or kind of nudge him out of the way.
Okay.
I think he's succeeded. He's making his presence known to Sultry, but there are some interlopers that may need to be dealt with.
All right. Let's also say that equals 3 points of strain on Tazi.
All right, we can do that.
I have some ideas on that as well. So Tazi, you're doing well on the dance floor. You take charge. She starts following your lead. She's smiling. And her companions or crewmates, that's a better word. They're dancing and they're laughing and they're interweaving themselves in with you guys as well. And you can see there's going to be a little competition between everybody because everybody's trying to kind of keep the crew together, and you're kind of trying to almost, I don't want to say single her out, but lure her away a little bit. I don't know if that's the right term either.
No, don't think Tazi would necessarily lure her away in that way. Not right now.
Okay.
Because if there's anything Tazi does know from the many romance hollows he's watched, is that sometimes to impress a person, you need to impress their friends.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Sure. That makes sense. Then go ahead and let's have you roll a charm check to see how well her friends are liking you.
I will remind you, you do get a free success.
Oh yes, thank you. From the battle meditation.
Yeah, you didn't need it the last time, but I just thought I'd bring that up.
Need it the last time. And what check was that, Chris? What am I rolling against?
Charm. Let's go a red, 2 purple. And again, you've got those suitors in the way, so throw in a black die. Throw in another purple.
Great. We have a suggestion for a dance floor rival.
Yep.
Thank you, Kevin.
I love how our followers and viewers make this more interesting for us. And if you don't know if I'm being serious.
Is that what that's called? More interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
All right. I think I have 1 success and that's just it. One success. The threats and advantages canceled out.
All right. They seem to be liking your moves and your charm.
I feel like Tazi's probably busting out some older, maybe some moves that would be considered classic, but he does them well enough that they are not a total embarrassment.
She's got the sprinkler and the lawnmower.
And the
Kick
shopping
out
cart.
Yeah, so you get out the running man. That's all
I
the
like to
dance
think-
moves I know.
Yeah, no, I think
that's enough.
Tazi breaks out the Endor moonwalk. The
Oh,
moon of Endor walk.
Nice. All right, so while that's all going on, we'll check back in with Karrell. You're arm in arm with the Weequay, who's there.
Weequay, Chris.
I wrote it wrong.
Weequay.
That one always gets you.
It does.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we remember the mispronunciations. Anyway, Mordenkainen.
Looks over. I see your friend is doing quite well.
Yes, he is very good at piloting all sorts of things. This is a first for me, though. Honestly, I've never seen him pilot another being.
Well, what are your plans for the rest of the evening? Are we going to just sit here and watch him?
What did you have in mind?
Well, I'm always up for a good time. What do you consider a good time?
I have a very, very dirty vice, you might say.
Oh, do tell, do tell.
I like to gamble.
Not what I would call dirty. That's pretty common here.
I mean, it depends on how you do it, of course.
I'm listening. Continue.
Chris, is A1 with us? I forgot.
I think A1. No. Or do they follow? I
No,
forget.
both of the droids.
I think they're outside.
Both of the droids were behind. I think they were initially going to try to break into the ship, and they were who found out that we needed the palm print.
That sounds right. Okay, that's fair.
Karrell, you had talked to the Herglick,
Yes.
and I think A1 was with you, and he had found that he couldn't get in. Tazi and D4 were elsewhere. So D4 might be here, but I think A1, I don't know if you guys sent him back to the ship or not.
I
It's been
thought
4 weeks, though.
if I remember correctly, A1 is sitting outside because he was sitting with Karrell when Tazi rolled up.
Yeah.
So
So he's sitting outside then.
if
We'll
he's
say
sitting outside, okay, that's good. Then I can use this response. Whew. It's like, well, to be fair, there is nothing more exciting than winning at gambling. After, an hour or so of victory at the tables, it just really turns everything up.
All right. So what
But-
you're saying is you want to ditch this boring scene and go gambling?
Where's the nearest gambling house? I'll need my lucky droid, though.
It's just down the way here. We head out this barn, hang a right, and go down a little ways. We'll find it.
Well, lead the way then.
Okay. He heads out towards the nearest casino.
And Karrell will go with him.
Okay.
When we pass A1 on the way out, she snaps her fingers. Droid, we're going gambling. You know you're my good luck charm.
Yes, mistress, your droid servant is here to obey.
It's so wonderful to have a loyal droid like this. Do you have any droid friends?
Oh, I have a few, but none as useful as this one, it sounds like. So,
Oh, he has many uses, we should say.
Very well. I'm intrigued. You have my attention.
Well, I don't know if you know this about our 3 astromech droids, but not only can they navigate, they know how to navigate, if you get my meaning, with different sorts of attachments. And I think we should fade back to Tazi while they walk to the casino.
All right. Tazi, you're dancing away. Her friends are enjoying your company. Say it's been a little while for you. Kind of speed up some time. Let's have you make a resilience check. Because you have to probably doing more physical activity than Tazi's done in a while.
And you feel battle meditation fall off of you.
So let's make a hard resilience check as you are trying to keep up your stamina with the rest of the group.
Resilience, not a skill. Tazi has many dice in.
With all the drinking you do, you'd think you'd be pretty good at it.
Well, resilience is a bronze skill.
Oh, yep. Okay, fair.
And would you say a hard check?
Yep, 3.
Oh, that's a triumph.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's a triumph and a success. I had 2 failures, so technically I wash with a threat, but it is a triumph. So
Okay. So
how do you want to do this, Chris?
All right. So take another strain for the threat.
Okay.
I would think the triumph, Tazi, you recognize that you're fading. And you recognize it before, you trip and fall or collapse or...
Tazi's going to covertly, he's going to excuse himself for just a second. Let me refresh everybody's drinks. Who needs something? It's on me. Of course, on me. Who needs something?
They start shouting different drink orders at you, and one of them makes a comment in the back. Oh, it could be on you later.
Hey, let's keep everything inside for now, yeah? And I think I'd like to make let's try a perception roll.
Okay.
So that Tazi gets all of the orders right.
All right. Let's make it a hard perception check. Okay. Throwing a black die for all the music and...
Of course, why not throw in a black die, right?
Normally you just say, I get rid of that one.
Not for perception. That's for piloting, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. That is 1 success. No, that is 1 failure and 3 advantages.
Okay.
So, Tazi thinks he has everybody's order correct.
Okay.
And as he steps away, he's gonna real quickly pop on his comm. He's moving toward the bar, but also moving away from the bar as he gets closer to try and find a little quieter area to reach out to D4.
Okay. It's not hard in a bar to find a little quiet spot.
D4.
Hold on a second. I forgot to change something.
We're getting how D4's voice works?
Go for D4.
Yeah, buddy, I'm D4. I'm fading a bit. I could use a pick me up of the chemical persuasion if you happen to have one handy in a hypo on you right now.
Very well. Would you like this to be covert or out in the open?
Covert, please. Although I think this group probably wouldn't care if I took a little something to help out. But let's do a covert for now.
Very well. Be there in a moment.
And then Tazi will go to the bar Before he disconnects the comm, he'll say, "I'll be at the bar." And he will start ordering the series of drinks for people.
Okay.
And he's ordering slowly.
Okay. It makes D4 stealth check real quick.
Yeah, I'll have a Mustafarian fireball. What else do we wanted? The Geonosian tunnel slime. We needed one of those. Oh man, what else? What else was there? Criff. Let's just, I'll take a golden pod racer. You can make a golden pod racer, right? Yeah, golden pod racers. Let's get two more of those. And then Tazi's genuinely forgetting drinks, but then also trying to buy time for D4.
Okay. All right, and with his stim application talent and his medicine check being successful, Tazi, you feel a little boost of energy shoot through you.
Right in the hinder, right?
Oh, of course. It's medically the best place to give a shot.
Oh yeah, I need a Hoth ice ball. Thank you, Chris.
And you feel a little recharged.
All right, I think that'll do it. And yeah, I think that'll do it.
Bartender. Yeah, very well. He says a number of credits that I don't know what it is right off the top of my head. And
can you guys bill back to the slip?
Sure.
Oh, he definitely gives them the slip for the serial profit.
And he smiles and winks at you. Oh, have to add the surcharge and the extra tip for that.
Yep. Yeah. No credits are no object.
Very well, sir. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And then Tazi Tazi knows enough to get a tray of these drinks. He's not going to try and handle all of them himself.
All right. Tazi, are you gonna wheel back there?
We're gonna make a coordination check.
Okay.
No, actually, you know what? I think maybe we'll do cool because Tazi wants to like bring the drinks back in kind of a flamboyant way.
Okay. Are you using the wheelies or are you just walking?
Just walking.
Okay. Make it a hard check.
The crowd is dancing, and Tazi may be agile, but he's also not great on the wheelies.
Okay.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. That's 2 successes and 1 threat.
All right. Another point of strain. You should be up to 5 points of strain now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's 5 points total. So I'm down to 15 of 20.
All right. You get back with the drinks and you hear a round of, that's not what I ordered. Oh, that's mine. Nope. Womp. Close enough. I hate the blue ones.
Gonna make a... What are we gonna do for this one? We're gonna make a charm check to try to basically sort the drinks out so that everyone's happy with what they get.
All right. Roll it. Make it a red and 2 purple.
Okay. Use all of Tazi's social skills tonight. This is fun. Oh, there's no successes. That's 3 failures, and 1 advantage.
All right. What would you like the advantage to be?
I'll use the advantage to give. It costs me 2 to give someone a blue die, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Then let's see. What are we going to do with that one? We're going to do. I'll recover one strain.
Okay.
Oh, no. Wait. No, I will actually. I'm not going to recover that strain. I will add a blue die to Karrell's, or to whoever the next character's check is.
Okay. All right. They aren't as impressed with you anymore as they were. Sultry, well, at least you're a good dancer. But you're fired as a waiter.
Look, darling, if you ask me to make you the drinks, I can make you anything. If you ask me to carry them back through a crowd, or, maybe not so much, but I can definitely make whatever you'd like. You'll have to do you have is there a bar on your ship? Is it well stocked?
Well done. Let's make another charm check. This is against her, which is the 2 red and 1 purple.
So, come on, charm.
Don't forget your blue die.
Yep. You said 2 red, 1 purple, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's a triumph and a despair.
All right.
Cancel each other out there.
Or
Let's
nope, they
see.
make it great and worse at the same time.
All right, I mean that's fine also.
Yep.
Let's see. So that's so it's actually 2 successes total. And 2 successes, 2 advantages. But I do have the triumph and the despair.
What would you like to do with the triumph?
With the triumph, I'd like Tazi to kind of like take kind of a lean forward and like get a real wry grin on his face, a very suggestive look. And with the despair, what would you like to do with the despair? I have an idea for the despair.
I have an
Would you
idea
like me
for.
to tell you?
I also have an idea for the despair, and it's evil. So I would suggest I need a dark side point too.
Well, let's start. What's your idea,
Um,
Michael? And we'll see.
My idea is that Tazi starts to develop a reaction to the stimulant.
Okay. Go ahead, Gailey. What's your idea?
Like I said, I'd have to spend a dark side point, but there happens to be another Rhodian in the crowd that recognizes Tazi. It's Kazi.
I think he was another Duro.
No, I believe he was a Rhodian.
I thought he was a Duro wearing a
No.
wig.
Kazi was a Duro wearing a hairpiece.
Was Kazi? I remember the hairpiece, but okay.
Yeah.
We could ask the. I'm going to ask Kevin to chime in on this, but I will accept your correction.
All right. I kind of like the idea that Tazi's going to get interrupted in his pursuit. So kind of split the middle. How's that? As you're saying that, one of her crew, Twi'lek, steps forward with blue skin, and she's got glitter all over herself, and
It's never
rather
Well, there's
revealing.
been like 4 glitter bombs in this place since we've been in here, so everybody's
yeah.
kind of covered in glitter.
Yeah, she's got kind of a revealing black outfit on. It's kind of a skirt that flows just above the knees, and she spins real well, and she spins herself in between you guys and grabs Sultry, and they giggle and whisper about something, and then she spins her out back on the dance floor, and they both kind of wave their fingers at you.
Ugh. Here we go. You got this, Tazi. You got this. You got this. little pep talk on the way out to the dance floor. And this time, Tazi does activate the wheelies.
Okay.
Do you need a check for the wheelies?
Oh, for sure. Let's do a hard coordination check if you're going to wheelie yourself out to be impressive.
He is going to wheelie himself. While Tazi, so let's do this. Tazi pops the wheels, and you see him like take a step forward, and then the camera like sidewipes to Karrell.
Okay. I think Karrell and A1 and the Weequay roll into the casino. I like on the edge of success is the casino you go to.
Okay. The edge of success. All right.
No credits, no problem.
That's a much lower rent one. So
for sure. That's where A1 would normally go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well, were you looking for a higher end casino?
No.
Okay.
Middle of the road. Almost a working class one, but I'm going with whatever he takes me to.
Okay.
It's a distraction, so.
Okay. So you guys walk in. It's got your typical casino games. So as soon as you walk in, it's lots of slot machines and flashing lights and screens that say, put credits here and do this to win.
I'm looking for like a dice game.
Okay. To the left, there are some tables with some dice games on them.
All right. Head over there.
All right. You find... Gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of the game that we played once before.
Oh, shoot. You guys played it with,
For life, I can't remember it, so...
I'm sure Kevin will remind us very shortly. He seems to be the official Redemption archivist.
Yeah. We'll just go with this one. There's a game called Hintaro there.
That's what it was.
A dice game.
Yep. Oh, I love a good game of Hintaro. Have you played before?
Oh, no. I don't gamble.
Oh.
It's not a sure thing. I don't put my time into it.
Well, what's the fun in that? There's always a lot of fun in Risk.
Not my line of work.
What is your line of work?
I help acquire rare items.
Oh, that's interesting. That's sort of what I do, but I do the risky parts of it.
I see. Well, perhaps someday you can work your way up to management.
Where's the fun in that? And Karrell will drop 100 credits on chips for the Hintaro game.
Okay. Roll. Let's keep it simple. Roll a d10.
What's a d10? There's no such thing in the. Oh wait, there is percent dice, isn't there?
And there are. So
I actually have that.
Yeah, odd. You don't. The dice are not in your favor. Even they are.
2.
You could roll force dice.
That's true. I rolled a 2 though, so.
See, I think the force dice actually have one dark side more than light side. If I remember right. Which is actually would be more accurate because the odds are always in the favor of the house. So we could have done that. All right. So success. So you start making a little credits on there. Since how well does Karrell know dice games, or is she just kind of betting the line, so to speak?
She is. She's known a little bit from watching A1, but she's actually hoping that A1 will give her like subtle cues, like nudges when she should do certain things, and she's playing off like A1 to see if she can synergize with his skill set.
Gotcha. But A1's got to make a stealth check then, so nobody notices him bumping into your leg.
And every time Karrell wins, she like jumps up and down excitedly and hugs the droid. which is A1, because A1's a droid. Not like a pit droid or anything. That'd be weird.
All right, so A1 actually failed a stealth check, but he has 2 advantages left over. Ooh, 2 failures. Bet we didn't have D4 roll that. We might still be rolling dice.
Might have
A1
succeeded,
bumps
though.
in. A1 bumps into Karrell pretty hard at one point. Karrell, you kind of stumble over him a little bit.
Hey, watch it. And she will artfully, as a distraction, fall into the arms of her escort.
Does he catch her?
Let's find out.
He does.
I was actually going to be like, okay, I fake a concussion and we're done. But no, that's fine.
He catches you. Well, your droid is not very coordinated, I see.
He is here for his luck, not for his hands, shall we say.
And he leans over and whispers, if you didn't know how to play, you could have just said so. Your droid's not real good at hiding his love for the game, though.
Well,
Look over, and A1's actually staring at a card table.
yes, it's true. I'm an enabler. I'm enabling his addiction.
He picks Karrell up and stands her upright. Well, if he wants to gamble, you should just let him.
Are droids allowed to gamble?
You know, as long as he's not caught cheating.
Do you hear that, droid? Don't get caught.
His dome turns side to side kind of rapidly. Really?
Yes, and don't lose all this money. And Karrell gives him like the last 500 credit she's got, and it's all the stuff she's won so far, plus everything that she has.
Yes, ma'am.
And she turns back to the escort. It's like, well, so what do you suspect we should do?
Well,
Knowing my friend, he's probably already got that captain lady wrapped around his fingers.
it's possible. I've seen her before. She's not one that's easily bent.
He can
And her
be.
crew does well at protecting one another.
He is very
Perhaps.
persuasive, though. So, but let's not worry about him.
I agree. Perhaps we should have a meal.
I would love that. What do you recommend?
Oh, there is a nice little noodle shop down the way.
I love noodles. I haven't had noodles in a month. And she tucks her arm in his.
All right. He leads you down to the noodle shop.
What is the name of the noodle shop, Chris?
The Lucky Comet.
Oh. I was hoping for noodles 4 times. Oh, well,
Large
maybe
tubes,
it's still good.
etc.
Forgot about noodles 3 times.
How can you forget about noodles 3 times?
Because I'm old. All right.
Sorry if I'm a little distracted. I have a loft cat continuing trying to eat my hand. Kyber, go away. Go upstairs.
Stop covering your hand in cat food. That's pretty easy.
Don't kink shame me, Michael.
That's not a kink shame. I mean, that's just a solution to your biting problem.
Biting opportunity.
All right. He takes you to the noodle shop, and it's a nice noodle shop. It's kind of a fancy. It's not a dive noodle shop, like a fancy, almost Italian
artisanal.
type shop.
Artisanal noodles. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't think of a better way of saying Italian than Italian. couldn't think of one.
The noodles are bespoke. Shout out to our friend May.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Karrell will gladly go. And I'm going to quick check something here. She's really hungry, actually. So this sounds good.
All right. He takes you in there. You sit down at a nice table. Excuse me. And he hands you a menu.
And she just puts it down and does that, like, hands under her chin, like watching him type thing.
The waitress comes over. He orders a noodle dish for himself.
And she just, like, glances at the waitress. What he is having is fine. Or make
The
that
waitress
2.
Takes the order and scurries back. He says, "So tell me, where have you come from in your recent quest for items?"
Well, I've spent many a year in the Corps, but it's very unfriendly there.
It has been. It has been.
I mean, risk is one thing. Suicide is absolutely another. There's no profit in it.
That's true. The times have been interesting in the last several years. So what were you doing during the war?
Trying to stay alive and ahead of the Empire?
Not a fan.
Not especially.
Not a-
They're very strict.
That's true. And were you in the same business then as you are now?
You mean traveling willy-nilly around the galaxy trying to make credits? Quite a bit of it, yes.
It's too bad that things have not turned around for you.
Well, I'm hoping our luck will improve a little bit. We've got a line on another job at some point soon, so here's hoping. And she sips, like, just from her water glass. But her eyes are still, like, watching him.
Wow.
What sort of items do you acquire?
Rare and valuable items. My clients pay very good money for the things I acquire.
Kaylee would like to note that there's a sudden feeling of dread in the back of her mind, because she has a feeling that something bad is about to happen. Well, is there anything specific you're looking for at this point? Perhaps we might be able to help each other out.
Oh, currently I am keeping my eye open for a few gems of the past. What types of jobs are you looking for?
At this point, anything that will bring in credits. My last job was underwhelming, to say the least. We delivered a gentleman in his wet bar to a couple planets. It was a glorified tour.
Yeah, we all start somewhere. Perhaps what you need is a strong mentor in the business.
Somebody who knows their way around?
Somebody that can show you the ropes, teach you to be successful,
Well,
find you a direction in life.
I mean, to be fair, we have been floundering a lot. It's led to bickering and just very hurt feelings at times.
I could see that. You have a interesting crew.
Well, yes. I mean, when jobs come our way, we get them done. It's just there's always seems to be bad luck getting the next job, not doing the job so much.
I understand. Perhaps you should spend a little more time researching your next job before you take it. Ah, our food is here.
Oh, those roasted narlock noodles with... Is that a cilantro sauce?
Of course.
I have not had that in many years. Since my last time on Coruscant.
Do tell me that story. And he spins noodles up on his fork.
Well, we were on the 10th level of Coruscant, and there was... Let's just say there was a fugitive for justice we were trying to capture. We were trying to avoid both the guards and the Jedi who were floating around doing their Jedi things. You never know what they're doing. And, well, it just got a little out of hand. There were some chases. There were random explosions. There was a speeder chase, and they crashed in front of a casino. We landed in front of a casino. I almost fell out of the speeder at one point. And then we have him cornered, and we're about to get the money out of him. And then this Jedi came in here and just cut his arm off for nothing. And it's like, Jedi business. Go about your business. And we just, well, there went our bounty. It was, that was a very rude Jedi.
And did you run into the Jedi often?
Honestly, the Empire has solved my involvement with the Jedi. That doesn't happen anymore, so I guess that's an outcome, I guess. Oh, wow. Could I have a refill on the Chianti wine?
Of course.
And Karrell will hold her glass out and take a sip. What was the last job you had to help? Did you have to? Let me try that again. Have you had to get your hands dirty, or do you just send people out to do your bidding?
Oh, in my day, I've got my hands dirty more than once. You don't get to where I am without being willing to ruffle a few feathers.
I'm sure you have a lot of fascinating stories.
Oh. The war kept me very busy. There was profit in acquiring things.
Oh. What sort of things were you most adept at acquiring?
Whatever I was asked to.
Well, give an example. And Karrell takes her glass and sniffs at it, and then admiring the bouquet, and takes a sip while he's talking.
I once acquired an old Jedi holocron for somebody in the Empire.
That must be very recent then.
It was.
So is the Empire looking for Jedi artifacts?
They are. They're looking for anything of the Jedi Order.
Well, I mean, maybe they should have thought about that before they eradicated them.
Perhaps.
Very short-sighted. If you want to know where something is, you interrogate people before you do things to them.
That is true. How is the food?
It is wonderful. I have not had... This is definitely fresh narlock.
Only the best here. They do not stray away from spending a little credits to get the best.
Well, here's to always having the best. And Karrell holds up her glass in salute.
And he holds his up. I think we swipe back over to Tazi.
Okay.
Tazi is about to roll out onto the floor.
All right.
What
Roll
was
the
check
dice.
again. It was
coordination. Aren't we doing a?
Yeah, it was coordination, but it was 1 red or 2 reds.
I think coordination we just did. We did 3 purple and a black.
tilt. That didn't help me at all. That is 3 failures and 6 advantages.
Wow. That's
Oh,
an interesting roll. So you failed to look cool going out there, but what would you like to do with the advantages?
oh boy.
You do have 6 of them.
Yeah, so there's a couple of funny things, interesting things. I'd like to modify one of these because one of them is ignore penalizing environmental effects such as inclement weather, zero gravity, or similar circumstances. I'd like to ignore the oh boy, I'd like to ignore the slick surface. No, it won't work.
That's
I feel like
later.
Tazi. I feel like Tazi makes it Tazi makes it out to the floor. It is not cool. It is somebody who has taken a bad misstep and then spends the rest of the distance trying to keep themselves on their skates.
Okay.
With the failures, I feel like he actually probably does spin out on his butt.
I got an idea if this works for you.
All right.
I picture Tazi kicks in the wheelies and heads out there trying to look cool in his little outfit. And then one of her crewmates steps in and grabs Tazi and spins him around.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this little scene of them passing Tazi back and forth from their crew to crew. And then they toss Tazi towards Sultry. And she catches you and dips you almost to the ground.
Okay.
And then
I'd like to spend.
She looks at you and holds her hand out. Here, what's the line? She's waiting for some cool line.
Nice catch.
Thank you.
From Michael, I kind of expected you spin me right around, baby, right around.
Oh. You give me too much credit.
Right.
I'll spend one. I'm going to spend one advantage to give myself a blue die on my next check. And I'm going to spend 2 of them to give the next player character a blue die as well. That should be all the advantages. Right. And then, oh boy. So, about those drinks.
He smiles. They are a confusing lot, aren't they?
No. I mean the ones that you and I are going to have on your ship.
She smiles. Make another quick charm check. 2 reds and a purple.
This. These and these and this. This and these. This and these. You said 2 reds and a purple?
Yep.
It's a despair.
Hey.
Michael.
With despair, I still succeed by 2.
Okay.
So it's 2 successes, 2 advantages, and a despair.
All right. She smiles. I do like the idea, but
oh, hold on. Nope. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll save the blue die for the next check, I guess. It's not gonna make the despair go away, so
Nope. She smiles. I do like the idea of drinks. My crew would also like drinks, but perhaps, and she points down at your shirt, which you now realize is ripped almost all the way down to your waistline.
Mm-hmm.
What is she going to do about this?
Tazi is going to make a brawn check, or let's do a
Athletics check.
We're gonna do an athletics check
Rip
to
that
try
boy
and
off.
to try and rip the shirt, like just rip it right down the middle.
All right.
Not take it off, but like just rip it so that it's open
Okay.
all the way.
You're making a fishnet vest.
I basically am, and
Average check. I mean, you're ripping a shirt that's already partially ripped.
well, that's good because it's an average check for me too.
Oh my.
We still don't have any light side points for me to spend, so here we go.
No, I can't think of a good reason to spend them yet.
Okay, that's one success and one threat.
Another strain as you rip open the shirt and you realize you're
There's like a little bead of like one little vein on his forehead. It's like,
and Tazi remembers as he rips it open that his slight beer belly needs to be put in check, so to speak. So it's not quite as prominent as he rips it open. I'm not saying Tazi's ripped.
no.
He has a 4-pack of, golden pod racers.
Beer.
Tazi is very slender.
Yeah.
We have established that he is trim.
Mm-hmm. She smiles. Oh. Careful there. There is the old saying, don't put the horse before the cart, dear. And she
What's a
spins
horse?
you up, and as she spins you up, she spins you into the arms of her Twi'lek friend. They start dancing again around you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Speed it up. We could just make a couple of rolls to see.
no,
Probably
I'm gonna
might help.
I'm gonna try one more thing here. Tazi is starting to quickly realize that he may be outclassed here in the party arena.
And outnumbered, yes.
And definitely outnumbered. So he is going to. Oh, he's going to try something different.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping it may be the two of us that could go back to the ship, but maybe the three of us.
Let's try another roll. I think another charm check.
All right.
I think this is the most checks we've ever made.
I think you have to spend a dark
100%.
side point to make it a little more difficult.
All right. So 3 reds it is.
And I'm going to use that blue die that I didn't use earlier. And I'm actually going to spend my other 2 advantages that I didn't spend in my last roll to give myself 2 more blue die.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, crap. All right. We have the blue dice almost didn't help me at all because there's 2 out of 3 blanks.
But that third one.
But the third one came up with a success. And I have a triumph.
Nice.
Another success. So that leads me out of this with 1 success. And that is it. Just straight success. And the triumph. But I have a success.
All right. Sultry smiles. Ooh, you are a brave one. What would you like to do with the triumph?
Tazi looks at Sultry and then looks at Sultry's companion. I already told you. I know what you want.
She kind of blushes. Well, we shall see. And they each take one of Tazi's hands and walk Tazi out of the bar.
Tazi, like as they're arm in arm, he like holds up his hands. These aren't just good for shifting levers.
All right, Tazi's being led out.
All right.
Cut over to the casino. A1 is at a sabacc table. Let me make a quick roll here to see how well he's doing. All right, so A1 got 3 successes and 1 advantage. A1 has been having some success, and with the advantage, he realizes he's drawn some attention, and he cashes out and heads back towards the ship. He has made, we'll say he just, with that roll, he doubled his money.
Okay.
As far as he knows. We'll see if he tells Karrell the truth. I'm sorry, let's see if he tells his mistress, who calls him her manservant.
Droid servant, come on.
Yeah. We'll cut back over to Karrell.
Okay.
The meal's wrapping up. So, now that we've eaten, what would you like to do?
Well, I haven't heard anything from my team yet, so that means I have plenty of time to recreate. If you have anything else in mind, or if you have any work, we could always talk about jobs.
Very well. Would you like dessert before we leave?
I'm sure I'll work off the calories later. Why not?
Very well. And he waves the waitress over. He orders something that sounds very expensive. Sort of chocolate souffle.
Oof. Karrell is very much trying not to drool, and succeeds.
All right. You have your chocolate souffle, and it tastes great. Have Karrell go ahead and make a resilience check.
Hey, you know what I forgot to do, Chris? Open my character sheet.
All right.
One moment, please. I haven't had to roll anything lately. There we go. There we go. Resilience. There you are.
On the plus side, you have a light side point to play with.
I'm gonna save it. I think we're gonna need it later.
Okay. You might. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, things have been going a little too smoothly, so
Tazi might need it later.
that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
What am I rolling against, please?
You're gonna make a resilience. I'm gonna flip over one of these dark side. So 2 reds and a purple.
This definitely does not sound like a chocolate coma sort of situation. Well, this will be interesting.
Okay.
So, whatever's happening, Karrell feels something happening and uses a little bit of the force to like steady herself. But without dipping into dark side, I have no successes, no failures, 2 advantages, and a despair.
Perfect.
So technically, failure plus despair, but 2 advantages. So,
All right. Karrell, you start to feel yourself get real woozy, and you see the Weequay lean over. By the way, my specialty is acquiring Jedi.
Last time I saw a Jedi was on it was a very cold planet. Where is that cold planet? Don't you know where the cold planet is? It's very cold.
Yes, I'm aware of several.
Tula.
also-
Tula. Tula had Jedi. They were in a prison.
Yes. And so were you.
I
mean,
I haven't been in prison on Tula in like many years. That was a misunderstanding. My tongue tastes fuzzy. Can I attempt to shake this off in any sort of way?
Hold on a second. I make myself a note.
Okay. For those of you in the chat, I had this. Never mind. I cleared my. I basically was going to say something along the lines of, "He hunts Jedi, doesn't he?" And I was waiting to just hit enter. So yeah, I had a feeling.
No, you said you. I think
You said it.
that. Yeah, you did say that.
I'm not gonna lie, it was your idea.
Well, I said it in our
8:50
chat.
Yeah, in our chat
Yeah.
at 8:54 p.m.
But I also had
him to be hunting Jedi.
I also had it over here for the patrons and the listeners. But you know.
Yeah. I didn't have any clue of doing that until you said that. So.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Hey, good GM steal shit from other people.
Yes, absolutely true.
So Karrell, you're starting to feel very weak. You're fighting to stay conscious.
I'm gonna grab at my comm and try and activate it
Okay.
without being noticed.
All right.
How many negative dice do I have here?
Make a stealth check. It's going to be it'll be a formidable check. So it'll be 4 purple.
Any black dice because I am really, really messed up right now?
Yep, throw in 2 black dice for that.
Okay, please hold while I do this. Okay, those cancel each other out. Those cancel each other out. A failure and 2 threats.
Okay. So do you want to say you activate it and people saw, or you didn't activate it, nobody saw?
I'm going to say Karrell activated it, but dropped it under the table.
Okay. All right, I got an idea for that.
And it was to A1.
Do you now?
Okay. That was probably where the threats are coming in. Actually, I don't know who it got activated to, so I'll let that fly.
All right. Karrell, you see yourself going unconscious.
I don't see that at all, but the camera does.
I was about to say, Karrell sees herself. Like, is Karrell in astral form right now?
All right, we playing Shadowrun now. Here we go. I gotta take this down. No, Shadowrun logo's over here. You just can't see it.
You can leave it up. It's off camera. Nobody can see it.
There it is. It's up.
Okay, so
Well, remember, Kaylee, we can't see your camera until it's on the feed. So until I see it on the feed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Fair enough.
I forgot that you can't see. I'm looking at this in OBS, so I get real time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. That happens. I need to make a roll. Perfect. So we see Karrell, the Weequay, is slung you
Weequay.
up. Weequay is swung you up on his arm, underneath your left armpit. He's got his right hand underneath your other armpit, and he is carrying you out. Oh, looks at the waitress. She can never hold her drinks. And he tosses her a handful of credits. Out the restaurant you guys go. We see the waitress as she is cleaning off the table. She looks down and happens to see Karrell's comm and picks it up. And we hear, hello? Hello? Is this thing on? What, Karrell? And you hear the waitress, I don't know who Karrell is, but this is not, I found this on the floor. What? Yeah, is your friend a Twi'lek that came in with a Weequay and, yeah. Oh, well, she couldn't handle her alcohol and left. That can't be good. Yeah. I don't know where they went, but when they walked out, they turned left. All right. And the comm shuts off. Camera pops over to A1. He pops his comm on over to Tazi.
Ozzy's comm doesn't get picked up.
Okay. A1 kind of looks around.
Ozzy currently doesn't have any free hands to turn on his comm.
Oh.
Also, where would he have put it?
Again. So yeah, I feel like Tazi is walking with the two of them, and his comm goes off. Like the comm call happens, and it's A1's tone.
Okay. Does he have it in his pocket?
It's definitely in his pocket. Yeah.
Oh. Sultry goes, oh, allow me. Slides her hand into your pocket and pulls the comm out. And turns it on for you.
Now is not a good time, little buddy. Now is not a good time, little buddy.
All right. I have to go help a friend walk a bantha that's not behaving.
Good luck with that.
We really need to work on our code phrases.
I'll be busy.
Walking my own bantha.
I have my hands full.
All right. Good luck. You know where to find us.
I do.
Click, and he turns it off.
Could you put that back for me, dear?
Of course. She slides it back in your pocket.
There's a little more finger movement during the insertion.
Well, here's the wonderful part is that if you recall, we determined during the redemption show that Duro genitalia is different than human genitalia.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we see, we cut over to A1, who picks up his comm. And he comms over to D4.
Go for D4.
I think Karrell's in trouble. And, me and you that have to save her.
Well, that is interesting. Do we know the extent of the trouble?
I think it's just one Weequay. I think we can take him.
Very well. Do we know where they're at?
I don't. So we'll have to find him.
Do you know where you last saw them?
Outside a noodle restaurant. I'll meet you there.
On my way.
We'll cut back over to Tazi entering their ship. So, I heard that you can make a good drink.
That I can.
Puts her hand on the keypad, handprint pad, whatever it would be, and the ship opens up. Well, I'm sure you can find the bar. She
Sure I can.
holds her hand open. All right, they lead you onto the ship. You go to the bar.
Well, I definitely am taking my time getting to the bar.
Okay.
Like just
Taking
looking
stock of everything
around.
you see.
Yeah, taking stock. You know, what type of ship is this again, Chris?
1 second. Let me find my notes. It's not on that page. Oh, really? I wrote it down someplace. It's a medium freighter.
What was that again?
It's a Barlow's class medium freighter.
I'd like to, if you are willing to let me try this, I'd like to make a piloting space check to see if I'm familiar with the general layout of of this class of ship, this type, this model. Unless there's a skill you think would be better for that.
My favorite part, because they really don't do good jobs with that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I could try a lore check or even outer rim.
And that's some more teaching. Go ahead and roll a piloting check. Let's make it a hard check instead of average.
Chris, you're breaking up again. It seems to happen every time you
turn off the filter.
Yeah, turn off the filter type thing.
All right, any additional dice?
Nope, let's just go with that.
Okay. That's a success. That's two successes and 3 advantages.
Okay. This ship, the majority of it is just a big cargo bay. There's some crew quarters off to the sides. The cargo ramp, you have 2 of them on either side of the ship, more towards the back. There's a machine shop in between the cargo bay and, well, what would lead you up to the common room and the cockpit. So right now you've come into the side of the ship. You're in one of the main cargo bay, and you'd be heading towards the common room, which is towards the front of the ship. And off to the side of each common room, or the common room, are the crew quarters and passenger cabins.
And we are specifically looking for a shipment that was on this ship.
Mm-hmm. So you'd be going past it all right now to get up to the common room.
And they are not accompanying me?
Oh, no, they are.
Okay.
They're just a couple meters behind you.
Okay.
They're arm in arm, kind of giggling. Okay. Stumbling a little bit because they've had a good time. This ship, just to give you kind of an idea, it's kind of almost egg-shaped, except for the back is flat. And then it's kind of like a squished down egg, if that makes sense. It's not a great description, but I'm looking at a picture and it makes sense to me.
Okay.
And that's what really matters.
Yeah. No.
So you're heading up that way.
Anybody listening in the future, squished down egg.
Yep. Go ahead and make a perception check once you get up to the common room.
Difficulty?
Make it a hard check. And throw in a black die because you have 2 giggling females behind that are slightly distracting.
Distracting? I think that would take away the black die because they're distracted.
But you're trying to identify things on the ship, not them, right?
Yeah, I'm not paying any attention to them.
Oh, gotcha. Then take away the black die.
Yeah. I'll say I should get a blue die because they aren't paying attention.
Yeah, but this is for you to see something.
I know, so I should get a blue die. That's what I'm saying. Dang it, Chris. Well, that is actually really good. 4 successes and 1 threat.
You notice at the front of the common room there is a galley. There's a fresher, and then there's the passenger quarters. On either side of the cockpit, though, are what you pretty sure are the captain's quarters and another crew quarters attached directly to the cockpit. And currently the cockpit door is closed. From where you're at, you can't tell if it's locked, but it's a pretty safe bet.
Tazi will then go to the bar and start mixing up.
All right.
He'll start looking through the selection of beverages bar.
Pretty standard.
The liquors,
Yeah, pretty standard bar. It doesn't look like they have a ton of fancy stuff here. Looks like they probably go off the ship to do most of that. This would be here mostly to entertain anybody that happens to come on.
So he'll step behind the. Is it actually like a freestanding bar, like
Yeah.
just like a small?
Looks like something they added on.
So Tazi will step behind and start pulling out the fixings for a golden pod racer.
Okay.
Um,
You're pretty familiar with that.
yeah,
Doesn't even require a roll.
no, probably does not. And he's going to start making them, not ask them what they want. He's going to just start making drinks.
Okay.
Making golden pod racers. And if I also recall our descriptions of the golden pod racer is extremely potent.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So Tazi makes himself one that is colored correctly, but almost no alcohol content.
You're going to try to do a little stealth then.
Yeah.
Roll a hard stealth check.
Would you like that to be stealth? I think that's skullduggery.
Ooh.
Because
Either
I'm trying
one.
to do something. I'm doing something underhanded. I'm not trying to hide that I'm making drinks, but I am.
Okay. All right. I can buy that. And actually, I misspoke.
This is the first time I've gotten to use skullduggery ever.
One red and 2 purple.
Okay.
She actually has skills in perception. There's light side points.
2 purple. I don't think I'm going to need them, but we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, I did have an advantage in the last one, so I'll give myself a blue die.
All right.
I don't need them. That's a triumph.
Nice.
Huzzah! So that is with the triumph, 1 success. All I need. And let's see, that is 1, 2 advantages.
All right. Perfect. You hand them their drinks.
With the triumph,
Mhm.
I'd like to say that Tazi has mixed in just a bit of like a strong counterbalancing fruit flavor to the golden pod racer that like tones down the potency of the drink.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So the fruit flavor, the tropical fruit or the foreign fruit is a little bit overpowering the alcohol.
Gotcha. I understand. So you're attempting to get them.
Tazi is going to get
drunk?
them blackout hammered. Yep.
Okay. Let me make a quick resilience check. Well, not so lucky on that one. All right. After a few big pulls on it. You see that the Twi'lek, she's... I'm feeling tired. She leans over to you and macks a finger in your face and drags it down all awkward. I kind of like you. Then falls onto the bar, and you start to hear her deep breathing.
Tazi is going to kind of try to not necessarily catch her, but keep her from falling, because again, it's a standing bar,
Mhm.
right? So he will move her over into a chair,
All right.
like a stool.
Roll a quick.
Let her just kind of
Mhm.
sleep it off on the bar.
Make a quick athletics check because you got dead weight coming straight at you.
Yep, no, I got you. I understand. What's the difficulty?
That's a hard check. If you've ever in real life
Okay.
tried to catch somebody who's falling down, not even passing out, just falling down is not easy.
I'm giving myself 2 blue dice as the active character for my past advantages.
All right.
And thank God, because that is 1 success flat.
Perfect. And you lay her down gently. And then Sultry rolls over to you, puts her head on your chest and looks up at you. Bops your cheek with her finger. Tell me what you really want. Because I know it's not
We're going to make a quick charm check.
charm or deception. Which are you going to try to lie to her or?
Oh, no, it's going to be a charm check.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Let's see. Yeah, no, we'll do deception. What the hell? I haven't really done a lot of deception in this scenario yet.
2 red and a purple, and give yourself a blue die because she's inebriated.
Okay. Purple and blue. All right. You know what, Chris? I'm going to spend that light side now and upgrade one of my green
All right.
to a yellow. And what Tazi says, maybe have one more drink with me, and I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Okay.
Ha! Triumph! Ugh. Happy with me tonight. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 2 successes.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 advantages.
All right. She smiles. Okay. And then you feel the weight of her body pressing up against you, and you feel her starting to slowly slide towards the floor.
All right. I'm going to spend my 2 advantages on giving her a black die on her next check.
Okay. Well, she's passing out, so.
Okay, well that's what I'm hoping, because she may have a check where she has to maybe wake up. So we'll
Oh, fair
save the
enough.
black die for that.
Fair enough.
We're on the ship. They are both passed out. Okay, so Tazi is going to search both of them for comms.
Okay. They
or
do.
Communication devices.
Mhm.
He takes them both and takes the shaker on the bar
Okay.
and smashes both of those comm devices.
All right. Fair enough. They are smashed.
He is then going to make an athletics check to drag them to the fresher.
All right. Make a hard athletics check. I mean, go ahead.
Yep. 3. That's 1 success. 1 success, 1 threat.
Okay. Take another point of strain. Because
I
that
had a feeling that was coming.
would be tough to do. Only you had a big, brawny, strong person to help you.
So
He's
yeah,
being
the
kidnapped.
So the next thing that Tazi does is key to his comm to A1 and D4.
A1 answers. Yeah.
I'm on board. They're knocked out. I've got them both locked in the fresher.
Good job. We're gonna go save Karrell.
We're gonna what now?
Quick.
No. Me and D4. You stay there. Do what you're supposed to do.
All right, I'm going to leave with the ship. I'll get the ship off planet.
Oh.
Criff.
I got an idea. Flip over this light side point. A1 goes, by the way, did you see their mechanic?
No.
Got an idea. You should go off the ship, knock on the door, see if that Herglick is there. Tell her the really cute Twi'lek that was flirting with her is in trouble and needs her help.
Herglick flirting with a Twi'lek.
Yeah. Short story. Karrell flirted with her, found out Captain you need the hand to get on. Anyways, she'll understand.
So is the Herglick in the ship?
I would assume so.
Or was the Herglick outside?
Was outside. Did you see her outside before you came
Well,
out?
I was a little busy. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, maybe you should look around.
Criff. I'll get I'll take care of things here. You guys go get Karrell.
All right. Over. Out. Goodbye. And he hangs up.
All right. All right. They're in the okay. Herglick is outside. Herglick might be outside. I guess I should go check. Tazi goes to the cockpit. The door is locked or door is shut?
It was just shut.
Okay, so Tazi will open the cockpit.
Okay. May I ask you a question? You still had a triumph I don't think you used on that last one. I don't think we used it.
You're right. I don't think we did.
Okay. Do you want to use that and tell me where the Herglick is?
I think the Herglick went to go get noodles.
All right. Fair enough. That works for me.
So, like, the Herglick shows up just as A1 gets off the comm.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah. And then Tazi is in the or on the deck of the ship.
All right. Tazi hops in the cockpit, or hops in the pilot's seat, and starts powering up the ship.
Okay. You power up the ship. There's nothing.
Right. And then I will make a piloting roll to hop out into orbit. Before Tazi does, Tazi's going to check to see if there are alternate transponder codes for the ship. He's pretty sure there are.
Okay. Roll a computer check.
Oh, great.
2/3 of the people on the ship are good with computers. You are not one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the latter third.
Yep. I got a hard check because I don't think you'd want it just sitting right out there.
Oh, that's cool. That's one success, one threat.
Okay. Yep. They have transponder codes. You.
What are the transponder codes, Chris? What's my selection?
Oh, that's a great question. You've got the. Let's see. Let's get some good names. Actually, Kevin, what are some suggestions we could have, or anybody else listening? Because names are the thing that I'm the worst at. I think the first one is the. We'll go with the Chasing Comet. See if anybody else has any good ideas. And then go ahead and make your piloting check. Just make an average piloting check just to head out of the spaceport.
Shouldn't be a problem. Average check, you said?
Yep.
Messy divorce. I like the messy divorce.
Settling debts. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes, 2 advantages.
Perfect. Tazi, you're out in orbit.
Piloting the messy divorce.
Perfect. And I think we're at an hour and 45. I think this is kind of a good spot to wrap up. Mostly because now I have to kind of think of how to have this rescue go. Because I wasn't planning on that.
Yeah, because now you get to play 2 characters. 2 characters in the rescue. This will be fun.
Yeah, this will be fun for you.
So next episode, Chris gets to basically play by himself while we watch.
Chris gets to play by himself. Yes, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I have a couple ideas for it. So, all right. Wow. That was fun. That went a little different than I thought, which is good. I liked how we rolled a lot of checks for once. Usually we don't.
I mean,
Justin.
Yeah, that was more dice rolling than I know. I think you're right. I think this is the most dice we've ever rolled in any episode ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Messy pancakes. I like that. That could be another one for the ship. Actually, I feel like that's more one that our crew would come up with.
Right? I think
that's true. Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. Michael, what are you doing project-wise, and where can they find you on the interwebs?
Well, you can find me on Tuesdays on the Identical channel on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/IDENTECO. You can also find Kaylee there as well. You can see us in the show Chaos Inc., where we play part of a crack team of cyberpunk-fueled, instigators.
Good answer.
Instigators is a good thing.
We're Chaos Incorporated.
So you can find us there. You can find me also on the show Tubular Teens with Titans, which is an audio drama that's inspired by Power Rangers. That's on any of your podcast feeds. You can also see me this coming Thursday and on the Rook and Rasp channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rook and Rasp. And you can find me there playing Cthulhu Dreamt for the Seriously Let's Play series that they tend to do in the summer months, which is highlighting independent games. This is again Cthulhu Dreamt, which is a post-apocalyptic Cthulhu-inspired adventure. That's what I've got going on right now.
I will also be on that show on Thursday.
Yep.
So, Chris?
Well, you asked what I had going on. You did your promos already, and you didn't bother mentioning them.
Right. Remember at the beginning of the show when I said, hey, remember that other thing that I forgot to mention?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mentioned it.
Nice.
Chris, talk about some shit.
I'm not quite that busy. Catch me here doing detention on the same weeks that we do this show on Wednesdays. Thursdays, I do the Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, except for this week, because this week we've got some players that are out, so I get the fun job of editing that time. Otherwise, catch me on the RPG Academy doing different shows there. Catch me at a Catacon. I'll be there having some fun. If you haven't been there, you're missing out. It's the best convention ever. What are you up to, Kaylee?
All the things I mentioned before. Go to my Twitter, click on the TikTok. That's to be very helpful. Check out rainbowdragonprince.com. Check me out on Chaos Incorporated. Check it out Thursday when we do Cthulhu Dreamt Part 2. It's very creepy and a little disturbing. Let me tell you that. I will be guest starring on some episodes of Tubular Teams with Titans later this year. And I also will be at a Catacon. A Catacon with 29 days to go is currently a grand total of $67 from funding. We got to get this done tonight because otherwise Michael Ross's head will explode. Let's give him a welcome back from his vacation by pushing a Catacon over the edge. All it takes is 1 or 2 people pledging to go to the best con in the Midwest, the best little con in the Midwest, and we will all be there. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to Smuggler's Blues. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.